Hello everybody and welcome to another C++ tutorial for beginners. Now in this video, I'm going to be covering strings. And when I say strings, I really just mean talking about a few properties of strings that we haven't seen yet, specifically how to access and change different characters within the string, and then how to get the size and the length of them. So with that said, let's dive in. So this is going to be a relatively short video. All I want to show you is a few things relating to strings that I kind of forgot to show you in the previous videos. So the first thing to understand about strings is that they are similar to arrays in the sense that we can access and modify elements within a string. So if I say string str equals and then hello world like that, I can actually access all of the individual characters in this string and change these characters as well. So if I do something like cout string and then at index 1, you're going to see that we get E printing out because obviously, well, that is what is at position 1. So just like an array, all of these different characters here can be accessed by their position in the string. And just like we can access them, we can also change them. So I can do something like string 1 equals, and then make this, it needs to be a character, make this equal to say character 2. And now you see that we get 2. So it's important to understand, though, that every single element inside of here is not another string, it is a character. So that is why this worked. I assigned string at index 1 to the character 2, and the reason I used the single quotes is to signify it's a character rather than a string. Let's actually see what happens if I try to convert it to a string. This may work, but let's just see. Actually, we get a problem, right? It says, what is it? Invalid conversion from const char to value type of string or something. Okay, so kind of a cryptic error message, but regardless, you can see that it didn't work when I used the double quotes because that was trying to add a string when really what we're trying to do is replace this with a different character. And come on, error message, can you go away? Let's go here and close that. All right, so that is the basics in terms of indexing elements from a string. Now I'm going to show you how we can loop through a string. So if I say something for and then I say int I equals 0, I is less than, and we'll fill that in a second, and then I plus plus. Ideally, what I want to do is loop through all of the characters or elements in this string. So there is multiple ways to do this, but the kind of standard way is to write a for loop that looks like this. Now the question is, though, what do I put for my condition? So how many times do I need to loop? Essentially, how do I get the size of this string? Well, we could do it in the same way that we got the size of the array, where we use that size of function. But for a string, there's actually a method or a property, whatever you want to call it. You don't have to worry about all the terms right now, called .length and .size. So let me actually just copy this for loop, and I'll paste it back in a second, but I'll show you what I mean. If I cout string.size, what this is going to do is tell me the number of characters in this string. So when I do this, you see that we get 12 characters. So we will continue in 1 second, but I need to quickly thank the sponsor of this video and this series, which is AlgoExpert. AlgoExpert is the best platform to use when preparing for your software engineering coding interviews. Right now, they have over 150 coding interview questions on the platform, and more are being added constantly. With that said, check out AlgoExpert from the link in the description and use the code TechWithTim for a discount on the platform. Now, there's another word or another method, attribute, whatever, that actually does the exact same thing as size. It's called length. When I do length, it gives me 12 as well. So feel free to use .length or .size. I don't think one or the other is preferred. They just both work. They do the same thing. And so that means when we put our for loop here, well, if we want to loop through all of the characters, then we're going to say I is less than string.length, because if we have 12 characters, then the last index in our string is going to be 11. So then in here, what I can do is say something like cout and then string at index I and then end L. And now when I do this, you can see that we get hello world kind of printing out vertically like this. Now, last thing I will show you, obviously, if you're going to store one of the elements from here, from the string, you need to store it in a char variable. So I say something like char chr is equal to string I. That is valid. So now I can do cout char and then end L. Let's have a look at this, and we get hello world. I just want to show you this because sometimes you are wanting to actually store what the character is, and you're oftentimes not printing it out. You're going to be doing something with it. So just make sure the data type you're using to store all of the characters is a char data type. You can't make this a string. Actually, let's just see what happens if we try to make this a string, but I think we're going to get an error. Yeah, you can see we get an error here. We can't convert the character to a string. All right, so that's really all I wanted to show you with strings. I just wanted to make sure you were aware that you can access elements in the way that we normally would, like in an array. You can change the elements as well, same way as we would do it in an array. And then, of course, you can loop through them. I guess last thing we could do is we could change all of the elements in this string. So we could say string, or we could say string I, and let's make this actually equal to, and let's just go with something like A. And then what we can do at the end of here is we can just see out str, and we can see if this works. So when I do this, notice that we get the string completely filled with A's because we changed all of the elements. All right, so that's going to conclude this video. I hope this was helpful. If it was, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in another YouTube video.